Join me today for a mat Pilates class. This is going to be more leveled towards intermediate and advanced students, and if you find this too challenging, please go and check out my beginner level Pilates classes. This is the Bennie Barre Pilates Studio. Starting out on the mat, we're going to roll back into a supine position on the back and prepare to come up into the 100, floating one leg up at a time into tabletop. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Reach the arms out long, palms facing towards the mat. Take the leg position that's comfortable for you here, either in tabletop up to 90 degrees or extended here to 45 degrees like I am. Inhaling for 5 pulses and exhaling for 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Drawing the knees in towards the chest and lower down head, neck, and shoulders. Moving next into the roll-up, extending the legs long on the mats. Inhale to prepare, and exhale. Peel up and roll forward, extending over the feet, and stack up through the spine, lifting tall out of the hips. Exhale as we roll down, arms come up to frame the face. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, tuck the chin to chest, and roll forward, reaching long. Stacking up nice and tall in that inhalation, and exhale, rounding out, C curving through the spine, rolling back. Inhaling to prepare. Exhale, tuck the chin towards the chest, roll forward, C curve, reach out long. Inhale, stack up nice and tall, and exhale, rolling down, one vertebrae at a time, extending the arms up overhead. Right here, we're going to float both legs up into tabletop, reach them out towards 45 degrees, and go into the roll over. Separating the feet, shoulder width apart, flexing through the heels, and rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Good. Extending the legs out, pointing the toes, zipping together. Exhale as we roll up. Separate the heels, flex, and roll back down. We'll take one more in this foot pattern. Zip the legs together, toes pointed, roll up and over. Separate the heels and flex through the heels, rolling down. Now we're going to begin rolling over with the heels separated. Now flex the heels and draw those legs together, zipping them in tight and close, and roll down. Again, pointing through the toes as we roll up and over, separating the legs, drawing the legs together and flexing through the heels, rolling down through the spine one vertebrae at a time. Pointing through the toes, separating the legs about hip distance apart, rolling over, zipping the legs together as one, flexing through the heels, and rolling back down. Good. Drawing the knees in towards the chest. We're going to give a little low back massage and rock from side to side, slightly twisting through the spine. And roll up to seated here. Next, extending the legs out long, we're going to be going into the spine stretch, keeping the feet hip distance apart, flex through the heels. We're going to exhale as we reach up and over. Inhale, stack up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time, growing up nice and tall. Exhale, reaching up and over as if we're folding over top of a ball, and lifting up one vertebrae at a time. Again, exhale, reach out, up and over, stretching through. Inhale, stacking up one vertebrae at a time, nice and tall through the spine. Exhale, reaching up and over. Inhale, stacking up, head, neck, and shoulders, the last thing to rise. One more, reaching up and over, and inhale as we stack up through the spine. Taking the flex feet, mat width apart, arms out to the side, reaching into the saw. Exhale as we twist and reach for 2 pulses. Inhale, return, twist and reach. Exhale, exhale, lifting back up. As we do this, our pinky finger crosses over our pinky toe, and our opposite hand reaching to the back, the palm turns up to the ceiling, and the gaze ideally will be back towards that hand. Exhale, exhale, inhale as we lift up nice and tall. Exhale, exhale. We're twisting and reaching as if we're wringing out clothes and stacking up tall through the spine. Exhale, exhale, sitting up perfectly tall, shoulders over top of hips, lower down the arms. Transitioning now into a prone position on the stomach. Lower down here, we're going to work through the posterior chain, beginning with a single leg kick. So first we're gonna bring our forearms up by our side. We're gonna lift the upper body, pubic bone presses into the mat, pull in and up through the abdominals, and we shouldn't be able to float our feet away if we're tucked into this position. We're gonna exhale twice as we pull that foot in. Exhale, exhale, inhale, reach away. Exhale, exhale, inhale, reach away. Exhale, exhale, inhale, reach away. Now flex and point through the toe if you would like that coordination there. Otherwise, you can keep the toe pointed. Flex, point, lower. Flex, point, lower. Flex, point, lower. And if that pubic bone is reaching into the mat, then you should feel a tremendous amount of resistance right here. Coming next into the double leg kick. Hands interlacing through the fingers, elbows coming out, float the legs away, and right here we're gonna lift the upper body, reach the hands beyond the bum, and then pull the legs in for 3 pulses. Extending out, and exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift the upper body. Exhale, pulse in, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift, and exhale, 3, 2, 1. Keep the feet floating, lift the upper body. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift and reach, and lower everything down. Lifting back up here, we're gonna come into a little rest pose. You can keep the knees narrow underneath the body, or you can take them wide to the corners of the mat. We're gonna flip over now and go into the neck pull. Bringing the hands behind the head, elbows out nice and wide. First, we're gonna fold forward towards the legs. Inhale, stack up tall through the spine. Exhale, C curve, roll back through the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time, slow and with control. Inhale at the bottom, and exhale, coming forward, folding over the legs. This right here is very similar to the roll-up with this new position of our hands and folding forward into our legs. Making sure here as we're holding on that we're keeping the neck nice and long and not tugging on the neck and pulling forward there, and stacking up nice and tall. Good. Exhale as if you've been punched in the stomach, rolling it out, pulling in and up through the abdominals. Inhale, reach out long. Exhale, rolling forward, taking the elbows towards the legs and stacking up nice and tall. Rolling down again. Inhale, lengthen. Begin that exhale before you begin to roll up nice and controlled through the hips and lifting up nice and tall. Next, we're going to be coming into some of our inverted exercises. We're going to be doing scissors and bicycle. So we'll float the legs up, reach them out long, and go ahead and roll the hips up, placing the hands underneath, elbows resting down on the mat, and we're going to extend away into scissors, reaching out and pulling legs back together and reaching out, really balancing, keeping this nice straight line from the shoulders out to the tail, making sure that we have the body weight resting on the shoulder blades and not to the head or neck. And also focusing on taking that long extended leg out long. Rather than keeping it up straight to 90 degrees, we want to reach in both directions and specifically focus on reaching that bottom leg away, which is what challenges the balance. Now circling that into bicycle, bending the knee in, extending straight over the face and taking the straight leg out. Good. Focus on balance and control, bicycling through the air. Try to keep those hips nice and high, the elbows tight into the body as you're supporting underneath. Next, we're going to drop into our shoulder bridge position, lowering down the foot and keeping the hips high. Good. Go ahead and bring that leg back down, and we're going to roll down through the spine 1 vertebrae at a time, inhaling to prepare. Exhale, rolling up, nice straight line from the shoulders to the knees. Extend one leg and draw in and down, flexing down, pointing up, flexing down, pointing up, and lowering the leg, switching sides here. Reaching up long, flex lower, point lift, flex lower, point lift, flex lower, point lift, and draw that foot back in, rolling back down through the spine, all the way back down to a neutral pelvis, and then tucking forward, rolling up through the spine, lifting the right leg, extending, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, lower down, switching legs. And we're gonna roll down through the spine here for a little break, and then we'll roll back up to do the left side, lifting the left leg, extending out nice and long, flex, point, flex, point, flex, points. Lower back down and roll back down through the spine. Right here, we're rolling back up, and we're just gonna go into shoulder bridge prep. So we're gonna take one knee up into tabletop, lower back down, and switch the legs, trying to maintain the position of your pelvis right here as you switch back and forth between your legs. Good, and from here, rolling back down. And right here, we're gonna extend, pressing the pubic bone down and really lifting up and arching through the spine for a little stretch. Transitioning now to hands and knees, we're gonna go into the leg pull down. So we're gonna walk the knees back and pop up into a plank position. Lift the right foot, and we're gonna rock forward and back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down the right foot, lifting the left, rocking forward for 5, 4, really extend through that heel, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down the left heel, pushing the hips high into the air and pressing back. Now rolling back out into that plank, lifting the right foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching feet, lifting the left, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, send those hips up towards the sky, folding back. And back out into our plank, lifting the right for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down the heel, switch to the left foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, send the hips up to the sky and stretch back. Right here, lowering the knees, pulling the legs through and going straight into the leg pull up. Fingertips facing towards the toes. We're gonna lift the right for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep those hips high, switch to the left leg, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lower back down. Little break here, take a stretch forward, stacking back up tall through the spine, send the hands back and away, and lift the body into straight line again. Lift the right for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching legs for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down through the body, stretching forward here, and stacking up through the spine. Sending the arms back behind again, and lifting again into that reverse plank position. Lift the right for 4, 3, 2, and 1. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down through the body. Right here, we're going to bend through the elbows, lift up, lower down and bend, lift, lower down and bend, working through the arms here. Stretching through the chest as you lift and open, and bending through the arms as you support and lower down. Good, stretching forward here. And going into conducting arms. Really wave that out, crossing one arm over the top of the other, just as if you are conducting a symphony. Reaching through, lengthening those arms, shaking them out from all the support that they've been doing of your body weight. We'll end our session here today with push-ups, reaching up towards the sky, tucking the chin towards the chest, rolling down towards the mat, and walking the hands out into a plank position. 5 push-ups here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the hips back and away, and walk the hands back towards the feet, rolling up through the spine 1 vertebrae at a time, and lifting the arms up towards the sky. Tucking the chin towards the chest, we're going to repeat that each time doing 1 less push-up. Rolling down, walking the hands out, and going in for 4 push-ups. 3, 2, and 1. Lift the hips towards the sky, Walk the hands back and try to keep the hips as stable as possible as you do so, rolling up through the spine, lifting the arms up towards the sky, and tucking the chin towards the chest, rolling down through the spine, folding down towards the mat, walking out, going into 3 push-ups here, keeping the elbows tight towards the body. 3, 2, and 1. Send the hips up towards the sky, walking the hands back towards the feet, and rolling up nice and tall, lifting the arms up towards the sky, reach, tucking the chin towards the chest, and rolling down through the spine, walking the hands out for just 2 push-ups now. 2, and 1. Lift the hips, walk the hands back, and roll up through the spine, reaching up, arms towards the sky, tucking the chin to the chest, folding back down. We have 1 push-up now. If you've been counting, walking out, 1 push-up, lift the hips, reach back and away, and now we're going to come right back into that plank. 1 push-up, lift the hips. We're going to eliminate the walk and hold here. Come back into the plank. Single push-up, lift through the hips. Again, rolling forward to plank, push-up, lift the hips, send them up towards the sky, stretch back to plank, push-up, lift the hips, nearly there, back out to plank, push-up again, lift the hips, back to plank, push-up, bend down through the knees and push back into a rest pose, either keeping the knees right in towards the chest, or you can walk them out wide to the width of your mat and really reach through those fingertips, stretch away. Lifting up the chest now, coming up tall through the head, arms reaching up to the sky, palms together, and drawing the arms down towards heart center. Just focusing and relaxing now after our work is done, pressing the palms down, and then scooping up the energy, pushing up towards the sky, and sending it away. Now gather in that energy, press down towards the body, and scoop up, pulling energy up and out, and sending away, releasing to the universe. And reaching out again into a rest pose here, reaching the fingertips away, breathing deeply, expanding that rib cage and breathing through the back and our lateral breathing. Thanks so much for practicing here with me today. I look forward to seeing you guys next time on Mat. I hope that you've enjoyed this session today, and I hope that you'll come back soon to practice with me in the studio. Here on my channel, we have mat Pilates, Pilates how-tos, bar workouts, springboard Pilates, small props Pilates, other apparatuses, and so much more. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.